I ended up getting fired from my job. I ended up getting kicked out of college. My life was a mess. And one day, walking down my home street of Clainsboro, Illinois, by the post office, there was a sign there. It had been there a long time. I'd seen it before, but it never got my attention. It said, beautiful sign, young man in a sharp-looking uniform, and at the top it said, "The Marines are looking for a few good men." So, man, I was so full of myself, so egotistical, arrogant. I went in and told them that I found what they were looking for. And of course, I tell young people that I was tired of living at home. I really was. I wanted to change. I wanted something different. I was tired of being told what time to go to bed and what time to get out of bed and how to get my hair cut, what I could do and could not do. So I joined the United States Marine Corps. And of course, that wasn't the most intelligent thing I ever did. They sent me to Paris Island, South Carolina, and I met that guy they called drill instructor. Was there less than 24 hours when I decided I didn't like him and he didn't like me. And of course, the reason I didn't like him was because I was a rebel. I hated authority. I was rebellious toward all authority, and and some great things happened in my life in boot camp. It wasn't spiritual things, but it did get my life straightened out. I decided I wanted to be a Marine, and I got my life going the right direction as far as that was concerned, but still nothing spiritually. And I went to ITR, the engineering school. Then I received my orders. I was to go to Vietnam. And on March the 8th, 1971, 1:30 in the afternoon, I stepped on a 60-pound mine, and it blew me in the air, ripped both my legs off my body. Man, I should have been killed instantly. It was a big enough mine to destroy a Jeep. And we'd entered a major minefield at the very moment that I stepped on a mine. A South Korean Marine that was serving with us stepped on a mine, lost one of his legs. Our bulldozer driver set his blade down on a mine, and now there's noise and smoke and chaos and confusion, and I'm in extreme pain. I was only unconscious for a couple of minutes, and looked up in the midst of all the stuff that was going on around me, and my horrible pain. My head was laying in the lap of my best friend in Vietnam, Corporal Lee Gore. Lee and I flew to Vietnam on the same plane. He was a believer. He was a Christian and not ashamed of it. He was living for God. He would sit down in free time and read his Bible. He'd openly witness and talk to other Marines about the Lord. And man, I knew this is the life. This is the story. This is the testimony that I was supposed to have. But I'm running from God. I'm saved, but I'm out of the will of God. And that day I made God a promise, Lord, if you'll let me live and get back home to mom and dad, I'll do with my life what you want me to do. Well, I made God a lot of promises, but I never meant it like I meant it that day. And I spent 2 weeks on the hospital ship, 2 weeks on the island of Guam, went from 187 pounds to less than 80 pounds. And then they brought me back to the States where I spent the next 8 months, 8 long months, surgery after surgery after surgery. When they were finished, I had 3 inches remaining on my right leg, 11 inches on my left leg, but no other part of my body was hurt. And God had heard the prayer of Corporal Lee Gore, and God had heard my simple prayer that day, God, please let me live. I didn't want to die. God heard the prayer of mom and dad and so many other people in Illinois that had been praying for me and even around the country. And so here we are today. God spared my life. And we're here talking about it today. It was a miracle that God did in order for me to live and be here today.